The leader of the Labour Party says that he regards the use of armed forces as the very last resort. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you?
Well, even worse than that, he said
But you'd agree with that?
He might not authorise strikes against terrorists. He's questioned our NATO deployment. He's essentially a pacifist and would be a very dangerous leader, I think, of our country if he was ever put in charge of our defences. If you've got armed forces, you've got to be prepared to use them.
What this is about is us acting consistently to our values. I want to raise my kids in a country where we treat one another decently and where we do to others what we would have them do to us. And let's be blunt about this. The reality is those people who we rescued in 1945, those people we provided sanctuary for in the early 1970s and indeed during the 1990s, have become people who have paid taxes, who have made a contribution. So even if you can't lend your heart to somebody to do the right thing, to do what I would say is the British thing, then surely you can at least realise that this is an investment, because these people will make their lives here and make a contribution here.
Well, the SNP, as we know, has done a great deal of work in government in terms of education and in health, and also at Westminster election has been providing the effective opposition to the Conservative Party. Now, in terms of this election, where we would say big issues like pensions, the economy, and critically our relationship with Europe, it's the SNP that's putting forward the positive ideas. After all, it's the SNP who just before, in the Scottish Government, who just before Christmas put forward a compromise document in terms of independence and our future relationship with Europe.
So I think we need some long-term solutions to our energy crisis that will tackle the causes as well as the symptoms. And so while energy caps usefully direct attention to who owns these big six energy companies and the scale of their vast profits, ultimately, if we're serious about ensuring that people are not having to have hugely expensive energy bills into the future, what we need is a massive programme of home insulation. That's something we've been calling for years. If you were to insulate every home in Britain, you would create hundreds of thousands of jobs, you would get people's fuel bills down, you'll be tackling climate change too. So that is the longer term solution that I don't think any of the other parties are really grappling with.
Our manifesto will be an offer, and we believe the policies in it are very popular. An offer that will transform the lives of many people in our society and ensure that we have a government in Britain on June the 8th that will work for the many, not the few, and give everyone in our society a decent opportunity and a decent chance. So nobody's ignored, nobody's forgotten, and nobody's left behind. The details will be published in the next few days. The details will be set out to you, including the costings of all the pledges and promises that we make.